This lesson video will guide you in how to create in-text citations for your argumentative essay in English 3. Before I talk about citing sources, I want to make sure you understand how sources are connected to your essay. For this writing unit, you have two sources. The sources are the two articles that have been provided for you. From these articles, these sources, you will find textual evidence that supports the position you're taking on the essay prompt. When you put textual evidence in your writing, you need to cite, you need to tell where you found the information. Whenever you're writing an essay, there's one very important step that must be followed: citing sources. Citing sources means telling your reader the sources you used for your writing. You must give credit to the owner of the information that you use in your essay, otherwise it is plagiarism. To plagiarize means that you're presenting something as your idea instead of information from an existing source. There are three types of in-text citations you can use for your essay. There are two places where you will cite sources: within your text, within your essay, and in the Works Cited page at the end of your essay. On the Works Cited page, you provide more complete information about your source. In-text citations, and notice that abbreviation, ITC, are required for textual evidence in your essay, whether it's a direct quotation, paraphrased wording, that's taking the author's words and putting it in your own words, or a summary. The next few slides teach you the guidelines for the three types of in-text citations you may use for this essay. We'll start with quotations. If you use the exact same words, something the author says or something one of the characters says, as they appear in the story, you must put quotation marks around the words. At the end of the quotation, you place the quotation marks, but before you put the end punctuation, you put the in-text citation. The end mark goes after the ending parentheses. Here's a model. There's your quote with quotation marks. Here is your in-text citation with the author's last name and paragraph number, and there's the end mark. If the author of the article you're using is quoting another expert in the article, the in-text citation includes QTD in the citation, which stands for quoted in. Here's the model. There's your quote. It was quoted in, and then the author's last name and the paragraph number. That's your in-text citation, and there's the end mark. If there's no author, the ITC contains the first main word of the title in the quotation marks along with a paragraph number. The model, there's the quote, there's the word and the paragraph number, in-text citation, and there's the end mark. Here are models for a quotation mark using the banning of texting while driving as the model. Texting while driving has become a greater hazard than drinking and driving among teenagers who openly acknowledge sending and reading text messages while behind the wheel of a moving vehicle. That's the direct quote from the author. There's the in-text citation. When behind the wheel, concentration and focus needs to be about driving, not about texting. That was quoted from somebody else in the article in that paragraph. Taken from another expert, there's the in-text citation. Addiction to the smartphone has many unintended consequences. There was no author cited, so the first word of the article is there and the paragraph number, and there's the in-text citation. Paraphrasing. You paraphrase information if you put the information from the source that you want to use as evidence into your own words. That means you should not use all of the same words, but should express the same idea in mostly your own words. Even though you're using your own words, you're still borrowing the idea, and therefore you must cite the information with an in-text citation. Paraphrased information, author's last name and paragraph, the in-text citation. There's the end mark. Here's a model for paraphrasing. When insurance companies have to pay out for accidents, they charge more money to owners of their insurance. There's the paraphrase, the in-text citation, and the end mark. But let's take a look at the author's words. Here's the exact quote from the article. Every time someone slams their car into a tree while tweeting their friends about the bad day they had at work, an insurance company has to pay. If an insurance company has to pay, they pass that loss on to all their members, thereby raising rates ever so slightly. And you can see there's the quote and there's the paraphrase. Summarizing. You summarize information from a source when you take ideas from the source and reduce them to fewer words by focusing on just the main points. A paraphrase presents the original information from the source in about the same number of words, or even more words. But a summary is shorter than the original text. For example, you might summarize in your own words in one paragraph a whole article that's a page or longer. As a writer, you must make it clear to your reader when you're presenting a summary, and then you must cite your information. There's the summary and author's last name and the end mark. Your assignment for this step is to practice this skill using the 4 articles which are the sources for your essay. As you find the textual evidence to support your reasons, you'll be placing that information in the charts as either quotes or paraphrases. You also will be properly citing the source. Complete instructions are in the assignment for this step, and your teacher is available for any questions you may have.